Oh, I'm standing on something again. My professionalism knows no bounds. Oh, let me fix that. So, forgive the interruption, but welcome to the Movie Man channel. Today is Father's Day, and I went out this morning, and the Morrisons were doing breakfast for Father's Day for half price, so me and my two kids went there and done that. And last night I went out to see Top Gun Maverick, and so I got back quite late. But the whole point of this story is that I had a subscriber mail yesterday and I didn't get a chance to look at it because I was out all day and then I was out this morning. So I have opened the package today, so thank you very much. You know who you are, sent me it. And I shall go for the box and see what we have in it. So we'll start off. Let's open up and see what we have. Right, so let's go through. Right. So first of all, we have Rutger Hauer movie that I've never seen before, The Blast, and I've watched quite a few Rutger Hauer movies lately. Fatherland, Split Second. Wedlock, is that what it's called? Wedlock, and a few others. So I have been quite into watching Rutger Hauer movies lately. Was he also in The Fourth Protocol? No, I don't think he was. No, he wasn't. So this one is Blast, and it's a 101 Films label, and it says, just before the games are about to begin at the Atlanta Olympics, a deadly team of terrorists led by Kalov Andrew Dioff Wishmaster mount a precision attack in on the aquatic centre and succeed in taking the US women swimming team hostage. I think it is. This is a true story, but I don't think it is. Okay, so that's a good one to look forward to. Nice and sealed as well. Thank you very much for that. So what else have we got? Fred Claus. I want to say I've seen this, but I'm not 100% sure I have. So that is one for Christmas, and it's got Paul Giamatti dressed as Santa, so he must be Santa Claus in it. I don't know if I've seen Fred Claus. I don't think I have. No. If I have, I certainly don't have it on Blu-ray. So again, thanks very much for that. We'll save that one for Christmas time. Four Lions, a film by Chris Morris. This looks like a digibook version. I don't think I've ever heard of this film. So many films that I've never heard of. It's when you're a movie collector, you think I've watched a fair percentage of movies in my lifetime, so you'd think you'd at least hear of all of them, but I don't think I've ever heard of this one. Four Lions, let's have a look. Nice digiback, but unfortunately it doesn't say anything about the film. Yeah, I have not got a clue what that one's about. Better put it back in this nice protective wrapping though. Always handy when they come in that. Thank you. My skills of placing back in the wrapper have failed miserably. So much so that I've ripped it a little bit. Let's get it back in so it doesn't do that. There we go. Nice. Let's see what else we shall have in the lights of a subscriber mailbox. It's always good to receive subscriber mail. And we have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I really enjoy this movie with Gene Wilder. That is who it is, isn't it? Gene Wilder. It's Gene Wilder. And I actually have this DVD, but I don't have the cover case of it. But I stopped collecting clipper cases because space, but I know someone who does collect clipper cases, so this may very well go to them. And I say the subscriber who sent me the mail said I could donate, trade, or keep anything, so I can keep, donate, or trade anything that I want in the house. So a really nice though. Digibook one. So look, I always like the old school DVDs where they've got the menus on them, you know. Very good movie, that one. Very good movie. I always, to be honest, the bit I like is when I don't. The granddads have never been able to get up for years, but because they've gone to the chocolate factory, they can suddenly walk. Malingerer, if you ask me. I'm joking. But there you go. So, next one we have is an Adam Sandler movie that I've never heard of, Going Overboard. The Love Boat was never quite like this. Adam Sandler, Billy Zane, and Billy Bob Thornton. Runtime 90 minutes. Get ready for big laughs at the high seas as Adam Sandler plays Shecky Motzowitz, a cruise ship waiter who eyes on becoming a ship's comedian. Excellent. Actually, I have never ever heard of this one. I do quite like Adam Sandler, as people know. So great. Let's see. Now, the one that's coming up next, as I had a sneak peek in this box before, because I like to be able to talk about the movies. I didn't look at all of them, but I just had a sneak peek when I opened it, and this is one that myself and the subscriber was talking about, and I think I was sick with COVID at the time, and I was trying to remember a film that I'd seen when I was a kid and I always wanted to see again. It was a film where the kids use radio controlled planes to save something, or save the world or something like that, and I could not figure out what it was called, but between myself and the subscriber we managed to figure out what it was called, and it was called Sky Pirates. You may be able to see in the background that it's up on my YouTube channel, not up on my screen on YouTube, because I wanted to see a quick clip of it, and it's up, there's a clip of it up there, and we figured that out and then we tried to figure out if it was on Blu-ray or if it was on DVD or anything like that, and we could only find it in one set, and that was this set here. And I think the set was quite expensive, and I was like, I can't really justify buying that. Maybe at some point, well, you know when you've got a list of movies you really want in your collection, but you can't spend money on every single one of them. So that sort of went down the list a bit, and I was like, would I really like that? Yes. Can I afford it? No, because it's not on Blu-ray, and it only comes in this set, which is 9 films on 3 DVDs. Children's Film Foundation Bumper Box Volume 2. And it contains, so look, have a sizzling Saturday afternoon soapathon with this mouthwatering melange of cinematic corkers from the Children's Film Foundation, Britain's best loved and longest running producer of quality children's cinema for kids of all ages. So it's got The Treasure Mill, Ridley and the Wings of Mystery, and Sally. Step on the Gas with Dennis Minder Waterman and Wilfred Steptoe Bramble and Go-Kart. Shout Boo at the Haunted House developers and Ronnie Barker in Doctor Who Cribbins as a Ghost in the Sea of Children. And it's got Sky Pirates. And it says Take Off in Model Plane Battle of Britain with Bill, Maynard, Heartbeat, and Sky Pirates. And I did notice that. That's Glenn Greengrass from Heartbeat that's in this one. And a few other ones in there as well, so really looking forward to opening that and watching that whole movie, because it's been a long time. I just remember seeing it as a kid, one time on the TV, and never ever seen it again, and never knew what it was called, because you know when you flip on a channel on TV, I think it was probably on a Sunday afternoon. It probably was just like this, and you just flip on the TV, you see that, and I don't think I even seen the full movie. I think it would have been halfway through, and always remember, always wanted to have one of the radio controlled planes after that. To be fair, I got a radio controlled boat. I've still got it. Well, that's not true. I don't still have it. Right, this channel's about movies, and I'm showing you the subscriber mail. But what I will do is I'll tell you a wee story. We've got a pond near where I used to stay, and I always wanted a radio controlled boat for it. So me and my friend one day, I had a radio controlled car, and I got it for my birthday one year. I think it was quite expensive. Okay, and I also had a model of the USS Yamato that you could just put batteries in, it would sail straight across the pond and back. So me and my friend decided to rip the radio gear out my radio controlled car and put it in the boat, and then put the boat into the pond. Little did we know that electronics don't go well with water, and one bit of water sparked on one of the circuit boards, and boom, the boat sunk. So at the Christmas time, my dad got my radio controlled boat. So there you go. So it's good to remember these memories, you know, and that's probably how my radio controlled boat got started off with, because of the pond and that movie. So very good. Not that you probably care, but there you go. So I also have in this box steelbook of The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies, and it's a 3D version. Now I have got, I think I have got the first one and the second one, so now I've got the third one on steelbook. I'll need to check out, and I'll need to put these all beside each other. Epic conclusion to the Hobbit movie. Yes, indeed. 3 discs as well. It's got Battle of the Five Armies Part 1, Battle of the Five Armies Part 2, Battle of the Five Armies. Doesn't say what that is, so I'm presuming one's the 3D and the special features. So that shall go nicely with my other ones. Yeah, so thank you for that. That will be added to my other two, and that completes the set. Always good when that happens. Next one, I actually already own it, and it's Tropic Thunder, and I think this is a good movie, but I think there's a bit of controversy at the moment with this one, and I can see this getting banned or censored because of what Robert Downey Jr. does, and he gets, you know, blackfaced in it. He's playing a white character playing a black character, but I think that this movie is satire, and it's satire, and that's what had happened in the past with some movies, and I think it's what I'm saying is it's trying to make a point that white people dressing up or changing their colour to fit in with a movie is wrong, and I think they're trying to satirise that in this form, but I don't know if many people get that, and I think that potentially this is going to get banned. But this one says it's a director's cut. I don't know if my one's a director's cut, so this might very well be staying in my collection. Always like Ben Stiller and Dodgeball as well. If you can dodge a spanner, you can dodge a ball. That's not him. Or when the guy gets killed with a Lucky the Irish sound, that's just hilarious. I know it's not that movie, but there you go. So, it's been quite a while since I watched Tropic Thunder. I think I'll watch that again. Next in the box is I don't know what you'd call these cases. CD cases of Bad Boys. I think I do own Bad Boys on DVD, but I don't think I own it on Blu-ray yet. And I remember this movie, but I haven't watched it for a very, very long time. And as I have a copy of this one, and I know someone who's going to be collecting... Oh, it's out a bit. I've got to fix that. And I know somebody who's collecting these type of styles, that may go on to them, I don't know. Will Swift's not done his careers any favours though, has he? To say the least. Whoa! Next, there's a movie that I don't own on 4K and now I do. And it's a classic. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. Well, I'm quite pleased to see how that looks on 4K. You know what I also like about 4K and Blu-ray? The sound's much better than streaming. It really is. When I put in a 4K or a Blu-ray into my, because I use my Xbox One S to watch my movies on. When I put it into there, I always have to turn the volume down to half for streaming, what's been on streaming, because it's just so much better. So let's see what track it's got for this one. 4 times the resolution, high dynamic range, wider colour spectrum. Let's try to see the sound. Dolby Atmos track. See, I don't have a system that's capable of playing Dolby Atmos, but when it does, it will try and play it as best it can, and you can always tell when there's a Dolby Atmos track running because the subwoofer starts going on. It's having a party, shall we say. Great discs, 4K feature on, is that Blu-ray yet? And special features on Blu-ray as well. So that will go into my collection very nicely. Careful, careful. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not getting it closed. Let's fix it, there we go. So there we go, and Total Recall. I've got to get the bars! And Sharon Stone in that plays a great part as well, doesn't she? She tries to kill him at the start. Spoiler alert. I'm sure you've seen it. It's from 1990, is that right? Total Recall is 1990. And it is 1990, spot on. So thank you again for that one. I believe I got Sanctuary Season 1 sent to me in the last subscriber mail, and now I have Sanctuary Season 2 to follow it up with Amanda Tapping. I haven't started watching that yet, but I have seen some episodes before. But he is out of Van Helsing. Because I've seen I keep trying to watch Van Helsing, and I've watched maybe the first series, and then I just lose interest. I do that a lot with TV series sometimes, to be fair, but I always go back to them. So let's have a look and see what we have in here for Sanctuary Season 2. If I can get it open. There we go. Yep. So it's a nice digipack. Oops, a loose disc. No, don't want to run over. Don't want to run over. No, don't run over. Nope, I didn't run over. Good. Oh, there's a couple of loose discs. So I better put them back in carefully. Let's put this back together before I just do any more damage. There we go. And there is a complete 12 episodes of Sanctuary on that one. And again, I do like Amanda Tapping from Stargate. So that will go down nice. That will be added to the collection, definitely. If I can get it back in the box again. There we go. So thank you. I've never heard of this movie before, and it's the House with the Clock in the Walls. Jack Black and Cate Blanchett. on 4K nonetheless, and Jack Black, Kate Blanchett and Kyle MacLachlan star in The House with the Clock in its Walls. This magical adventure tells the story of 10-year-old Lewis, who goes to live with his uncle in a creepy old house. When Lewis discovers that the house has a mysterious ticking clock sound coming from its walls. Never ever heard of this one. Again, how did I not know of these movies? Huge fun, hotter than Potter. And as you can see, has got the Blu-ray and the 4K inside. And what kind of soundtrack does it? See, I'm starting to become more interested in soundtracks because it makes a big difference, the sound. It really does. When I was watching Top Gun Maverick last night in the cinema and the jets were going off and the whole cinema was shaking, that's an experience. I've seen people went to IMAX to see that. I can just imagine what that experience must have been like. But very good. So this one has 7.1 on the Blu-ray and 7.1 DTS master audio on the 4K. So again, another nice one to add to my collection. Thank you very much. And DVD of season 5 of A Town Called Eureka. Now, my wife has watched all of this show, and I think I've watched season 1. Oh, it's Miles Bennett Dyson. And I don't think I have any other series of that, so I'll need to wait till I pick up the other ones before I can watch this all. But there's so many movies, so many TV shows, so much work to do during the week. But that's what I like about having the movie collection. It's that you can just choose a time to just take a wee bit of time out, sit down and watch something at your leisure. Streaming is helpful, but I much prefer having the things in my collection to watch. So a lot of these ones will go directly into my collection, so thank you very much for that. And I am going to I have got a couple of pickups, but I think I'll save them for another time. And I did get a couple of Father's Day, I don't want to say Father's Day gifts, but my kids know what I'm like. They know I like to buy movies, and they know in my selection that I've probably got whatever they're going to get me, or they don't know. So they'd have, I won't say usually, but this year they have given me very nicely out of their own money £10 each. So I have got £20 to spend on movies of my choice, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to spend them yet. I've got a little idea, but we'll see. So thanks for watching. For those of you who are fathers, have a good Father's Day, and for those of you who are not, have a good ordinary day. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Appreciate it.